It was at an annual Rotary Club's President Changeover meeting, more than 15 years ago, when I first heard of the Rotary Foundation and the Paul Harris Award. The past president of the club was presented with a Paul Harris Award and pin. As a person who always wants to know everything, I asked the person next to me, "What is this all about?" And he replied, "Oh, that's not for you." Oh, I thought, it's about prestige, big accomplishments in Rotary and status. Yes, you're probably right. That's not for me. Later that same year, I attended a meeting at a different club where more than one Rotarian received this same Paul Harris Award. At that time, the presenter announced, "In appreciation of your contribution of $1,000 to the Rotary Foundation, I present you with this Paul Harris pin." Oh, I thought, not only do you need to have a certain status and achieve something significant, you also need to be wealthy. I guess the man was right. That's not for me. Not bothering to find out more about it, I just left it at that, until a few years later I attended a district conference and heard then Rotary Foundation trustee Carolyn Jones speak about the many wonderful things we were able to provide the orphaned children in Russia. She said, "Thanks to your contribution to the Rotary Foundation, we are able to provide these children with clothing, a home, and most of all, a future." All of a sudden, I figured it out. It had nothing to do with wealth or status or prestige. It had to do with the heart and with sharing. Why was I not told this earlier? I have a heart. I'm willing to share. We have so much, and there's so many people in the world who have so little. I should be able to contribute to the foundation. But how? So when my club foundation's chair announced it was Foundation Month in November and asked for donations, I gave him a check of $100. And when my club organized their annual walkathon, where the walkers allocate 50% to a club project and the other 50% to a cause of their choice, I thought I could walk for the foundation. I raised a total of $1,500 in pledges. $750 of that went to the foundation. And I continued to make contributions. And not long after, I asked our district governor to present my husband with his first Paul Harris pin. Then the concept every Rotarian, every year, $100 was introduced. And I thought, I can do that. Just write a check once a year. But I wondered if there would be another way. What if at that particular time I didn't have $100 to spare? By paying attention and reading more about the foundation, I learned that I could go onto the Rotary website and sign on to a monthly automatic payment withdrawal. I don't even notice it in my bank account, because whether that money goes towards a new pair of shoes or to the Rotary Foundation, it'll be spent regardless. At the end of the year, I even get a tax receipt as a bonus. Now, my husband and I are both multiple Paul Harris Fellows. We also have the wings on our Paul Harris pin that indicate we are benefactors because we have made provisions in our will to have part of our estate go to the foundation. I guess the next step is joining the Paul Harris Society. Knowing that our contribution can help us build that playground in our community, complete a water project in Ecuador, a girls' school in Malawi, Africa, provide books to a school in Mexico, or being so close to eradicating polio. As a result, of the generous contributions of Rotarians worldwide, don't you think it's worth at least $2 a week? We can't buy much for it, but to a child in Africa or Mexico, it's an education, a future. Isn't it funny how we perceive things differently once we have all the facts? I am a Paul Harris Fellow because as a Rotarian, I believe that in order to keep Rotary strong for the next 100 years and continue helping those in need, we need to show the world that Rotarians care and Rotarians share. How will you share?